What's up, everyone? Today's lock pick of the week is the Jacksonville Jaguars +3 versus the Los Angeles Rams, live from London. Now, at first glance, most casual bettors see the Rams as a safe pick. Better defense, Stafford's playing extremely solid, generational type run, and that grittiness of Sean McVay as a head coach is undoubtable. The general NFL analysts' picks for this game have been around 50-50, but I've got 4 key reasons why the Jags not only cover the +3, but win outright in London. Reason number 1, the Rams have lost their identity without star wide receiver Puka Nacua. Reason number 2, Stafford will face relentless pressure from Jacksonville's front 7. Reason number 3, Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne are trending up, and the Jaguars' offense is rounding into form. And reason number 4, you're going to have to wait and see. It may be the most pivotal reason. Stay tuned for it and a final prediction of the game. Reason number 1, no Puka, no offense. Let's start with the biggest headline of the week. Puka Nacua is out. He's got no ankles left. That's a massive loss. Nacua leads the NFL in receptions with 54 and ranks second in receiving yards with 616. Despite being banged up last week, he's the heartbeat of this offense, and he accounts for almost 40% of the Rams' total passing attack. Without Puka, the Rams' offense flatlines. Look at last week. With him limited to just 2 catches for 28 yards, Stafford threw for only 181 yards against the 28th ranked Ravens pass defense, and the Rams could only manage 17 measly points total. Just 3 points in the first half against the Ravens defense. At least the Jaguars are average. And now they're flying across the Atlantic without their most important player. The Rams' supposed next man up is veteran Devontae Adams. But the chemistry just hasn't been there. Stafford's completing only 47% of his passes when targeting Adams, and there's 29 completions between the two, which is the most of any QB receiver duo in the NFL at the moment. Last week, Adams had a season-low 4 catches for 39 yards despite being targeted 9 times. And now he'll face a Jaguars secondary that, yes, ranks 29th against the pass, but just added Greg Newsome II, who is pretty solid and will help to right the ship. So, while people say Stafford can exploit that secondary, it's not that simple. Without Puka commanding double coverage, Adams will be bracketed, and Stafford's efficiency without his security blanket will be awful. Moving into reason 2, Stafford will be under pressure. Even with Nacua, Stafford's been running for his life this year, and it's not going to get any better. The Rams rank just 22nd in rushing offense, meaning Stafford's throwing constantly, around 35 to 40 times a game, and that's a nightmare when your line can't hold up. Not to mention, the Jags defense only gives up 20 points per game. That's 30 in the NFL. They're not that bad. The Jaguars pass rush is getting healthy at the perfect time. Trayvon Walker is back at full force, and now Josh Allen can have a wrecking partner alongside him to go after Stafford. Then you've got the Jaguars linebackers. Foyesade Oluokun has 53 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and 1 interception. He's 8th in the NFL in tackles and leads the Jaguars in total stops. Jordan Lewis, 23 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and 2 picks. Andrew Wingard, 34 tackles and interception, second on the team in total tackles. They are getting interceptions and turnovers. Even without Devin Lloyd, that front 7 is deep, athletic, and aggressive. Expect constant blitz packages, and they want to get Stafford uncomfortable. The formula is simple. Take away Puka, bring pressure, and make Stafford beat you with his second and third and fourth and fifth reads. This will be a tight game, but it's leaning Jaguars right now. Reason number 3, Lawrence Etienne and offensive consistency. Despite the tough loss to Seattle last week, Trevor Lawrence continues to improve every single game. He's now producing more touchdowns and fewer interceptions each week, which is a step up from where he's been. The Jags also have a strong rush defense, 8th in the NFL, which will force Stafford to rely more on the passing game without Puka and give Jacksonville extra time on the clock, creating multiple scoring opportunities throughout the game if Stafford cannot connect with his other options. Then there's Travis Etienne. He's quietly having an elite season, averaging 5.3 yards per carry. That's like Derrick Henry type numbers. That's their top tier efficiency at work, and it forces defense to stay honest. The balance between Etienne's ground game and Lawrence's growing confidence through the air gives Jacksonville a major edge over the Rams, and that Rams defense, don't buy the hype. They looked solid last week only because they played the Ravens. The Ravens suck. All right, here's final reason number 4 that you've been waiting for. London. Home field advantage. This might be the most underrated factor. London is Jacksonville's second home. They've played more international games than any other team in the league. They have 13 appearances internationally. The next best is the Vikings with 6. The Jaguars arrived early this week, giving them time to adjust to time zones, rest properly, and prep normally. The Rams arrived later, and that's where you start to see fatigue set in. Jet lag, shorter recovery windows, and slower starts. That's huge when you're already shorthanded offensively. Not to mention, Jacksonville also has performed well historically in these spots. They've covered the spread 4 times in 6 games this season. They're 2-1 against the spread when underdogs of 3 or more points. They've gone over the total 3 times, showing this offense can consistently show up, and in games when they've been underdogs, they've won 2 of 4 outright. The money line gives Jacksonville a 41.3 chance of implied odds to win, but I think it's much higher given the circumstances. Puka's out, the defenses will be head-to-head, and it will be a battle between quarterbacks. Final prediction, Jaguars 23, Rams 16. If Lawrence can protect that football, it's in the bag. Well, that's the full breakdown. Let me know in the comments your lock picks for Week 7. Hit that like button and subscribe for more NFL game picks, and I'll see you in the next one.